Hello and welcome back to Pleasantview. Today we will be joining the Goths again, and this time we will follow Jocasta. The Goths live over here in Pleasantview, and that is the classical Goth manor. Morning has come to Goth manor and the family is still asleep. Jocasta is in her room on the first floor, lying asleep in bed. The family is going to start off their morning. Darren desperately needs to head to the bathroom, and Bella also. Cassandra is pretty fine. Just getting all of them out of bed. So Cassandra is going to start by just heading downstairs and serve up some breakfast. So we have in this family 7 members. So I need to actually go ahead and get the meal serving mod here, because the default is of course 6 and it needs to be 7. And then Cassandra can serve up some pancakes. So Jocasta is starting off her morning as well. She is very sloppy like her father, but yeah, she's very well behaved after the racing she has had. Cassandra has made sure that she behaves perfectly in any way that she can to please her family. So I guess that she's going to say good morning to her sister, who's just standing here. They're not close at all. Hecuba isn't very... She's more nicely inclined towards Jocasta, but Jocasta isn't very close with her. She's closer with Hector, although he's not friends with her either, but they're way closer to being friends. So Jocasta has of course been raised by her mother, Bella. But Bella isn't really in her right mind. Bella is not really here, one could say. She's not aware about her surroundings, and most of the time she doesn't even recall that she has a daughter. So she's very confused in general about what time it is, what family members she does have, and who she has around her. So Jocasta doesn't really have that close a relationship to her because she can't really connect with her that much. She has basically been raised by Cassandra, and of course Jocasta being the daughter of Don Lothario, this has been very difficult for Cassandra in raising her, and she has not been very kind towards Jocasta. And then of course as well Darren, who is has had a family before this with a son and then his 2 own children, Hecuba and Hector. And then when Jocasta came around, he was pretty old and just took a step back and let Cassandra handle things. So he isn't very close with her either. They haven't spent a lot of time, just those 2 together. They sort of just live in the same house basically. So with those parental figures around, Jocasta has had a lot of thoughts about her real father. For a while now she wonders who it is. She wonders what he looks like and what kind of person he is. She only knows bad things about him, of course. She knows that he's some kind of horror story monster almost. She imagines him with like fangs and almost like a vampire, someone who would attack people and yeah, not being raised in a way that she's not very proud about herself and thinks that she's a bad seed. She thinks that she's a bad person as well. After what she's been told by Cassandra growing up, she thinks that she probably takes after a father like that, and she's curious to know who he is, but she's also pretty afraid of him because, of course, she thinks that he's a monster. So that's what Jocasta is thinking about, and I think that she's also having dreams about what kind of father she has, and yeah, she's really wondering a lot about him. But of course, any attempt that she makes in talking about these things with her family is rebutted because they're pretty agreed that Don Lothario is the worst person alive. So Jocasta has said good morning to her sister, and she will head into the bathroom. Cassandra is finishing up the breakfast, and of course she burned it. Brilliant. Yeah, and now she has to leave for work. So I guess Darren is going to serve breakfast instead. So let's just make it normal pancakes then. Yeah. So Cassandra's leaving for the school. And Alexander will head out to his job as a field researcher soon as well. Just need to make sure. No, I don't have a job stopinator for her, so I have to add that. Yeah, Alexander can get one too, and Bella as well. Good. So let's see if Darren is more successful. So Jocasta has been using the bathroom, and now she's heading down to her mother, looks like. Yeah, Bella is going upstairs. So I think that it's a futile attempt. So I guess that she's saying good morning to Alexander. They have a fairly close relationship, but yeah, Alexander is more of a loner type, very difficult to connect to. But they're best friends now anyway, so that's nice. So let's see. Darren. Yeah. So they'll have a little time to eat, I guess. I'll have to be pretty quick about it. And Bella interrupted the interaction, so I guess I'll have to do this. Darren can grab that. Alexander can grab that. Right, so Jocasta is sitting down to eat with her mother, and I guess they're talking a bit about space, but I don't think they're really going to detail that much. I guess maybe it's more of a chat about school projects. I think that Alexander is also raising the topic of the old science facility that is still a property that the Goths own, now that he's finished in university and has his degree, and that he's also received a little bit of experience in the work field. I think that he's interested in taking the facility back from the company that's leasing it right now and look into starting it up again. And yeah, that of course was where Bella and Mortimer were working previously together as a team, and yeah, any attempts that Alexander makes to sort of bring Bella's attention to what he's going to do is failed. She doesn't really understand the concept that he's trying to point out to her. She doesn't have a recollection of her work there, I think. So yeah, he's a bit stumped by that, but yeah, he resolves to do something anyway. Right, so the school bus is here for the kids, so they should be heading out to go to school. So we're with the local police officers and Ramin Centowski, and we have an early time visitor here, because this is the day when Elizabeth will be moving in with her boyfriend. And this is also the day when Elizabeth will start her new job at the local elementary school. So Ramin is going to wake up. Elizabeth is just coming into the house and bringing all her stuff with. And that didn't go as planned. So I guess we'll just have to let her leave and then summon her back. Let's try this again. So let's see. Yeah, I guess he's going to greet her with a romantic hug. And then he's going to move in. And she says yes. Awesome. So she had 7,000 simoleons, apparently, that she brought with to the family. So that's awesome. So I'm going to have to set her up for gameplay. So let's bring out the bath box. And I'm also going to have to add her to my spreadsheet, finally. So, and she is a family sim, right? Yes, she is. And her lifetime wish right now is to raise 10 puppies or kittens. I mean, that fits pretty well, actually, with Ramin's want to raise and train police dogs. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much perfect, I think, if they want to stay together. So, yeah, I'm going to keep that one. She's bi, and yeah, we need to check her career as well. So right now she's working as a fast food shift manager. She's not doing really well, and yeah, she's got a new job now. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm, of course, giving her a cell phone. And then call work. Quit job. Yes. Good. So then, yeah, I need to upgrade her. I don't know which one it is. Yeah. So, okay, I guess it's gonna be the pre-uni one. Right. So in order to have a job in the education career, you have to have been a substitute teacher earlier on. And yeah, the majors available are biology and psychology. So what is her hobby? Tinkering. Of course, I don't really know a lot about her yet. But I think I'm leaning more towards biology. Yeah, she's very close friends with Marsha as well. I think that both of them should be pretty sciencey then. So let's go with biology. Need to add that to her. It's going to be education. Right, so we need a sim blender. And careers. Education. Yeah, elementary school teacher, exactly. That was precisely what I wanted. Good. Tinkering. And I think I'm getting faithful vibes from Elizabeth. She's blonde. And let's see, so I think that it's a little bit difficult to tell. It looks like she has the lightest skin tone. Because Demi has tan, I think, and as does Ramin, I think. And yeah, she's fairer than those two, I think. And then she has green eyes. Awesome. So let's see. It's green, light. Good. And we also need a secondary aspiration for her, but I think I'm going to hold off until I get to know her a bit better. So we also need to add her in the education here. So yeah, Meadow is no longer working at the elementary school. She's actually working here instead. Okay, good. And then we also need to add here. Good. Perfect. And I think that's everything. So let's minimize that. And let's get rid of, oh well, what do I think about her age? Right now she has 34 days. He has 25 and she has 22. I mean, she's really close with Marsha. And Marsha has only just become an adult, really. So I think that, yeah, she can be at the start. But yeah, let's make her yeah, a little bit older like that, I think. And then, do you have anything in your inventory? No, so you don't really have any possessions. All right. So I guess that she can just start off right here. And yeah, she also needs a job stopinator. Let's double check so that these guys have one each. No, they don't. So they also need that. Good. Yeah. So she's not very into cooking, really. None of them are. So I guess I'll just serve some yogurt. Yeah, and Elizabeth is getting ready for her first day at work. And I think that she's really excited to move in together with her boyfriend as well. And I'm super excited to start playing with her. So we have Andrea here making breakfast for her family. And Nassim is coming into the kitchen as well to fill up the pet bowl. Yeah, and Irene just had a shower. And I think that Andrea is feeling a lot calmer now than she has for a while, because she's probably been pretty worried about what she's going to do with her employees at the elementary school. But now that she has Elizabeth starting today, even though Meadow has disappeared, I think that she's pretty excited for this change as well. Even though she really likes Meadow a lot, I think she knows that her heart wasn't really in it. She wasn't the perfect fit for an elementary school teacher, and she wasn't one to fill in Andrea's shoes once she eventually will retire. So I think that her hopes are pretty high for Elizabeth. And I think she's pretty excited to get to know her better as well. Right, so I think she has to abandon her breakfast and head out to her car. So she's going to drive to her own community lot, and we're going to play the elementary school. Andrea's rolling up to the school. Parking in the parking lot, of course. And she's already wearing her work outfit, so that's good. So let's head inside. And let's start by summoning Elizabeth. Good. And she needs to be wearing the correct work outfit, so it's going to be education level 4. Good. We also need to add a key to Elizabeth. Good. So now those two are the only ones who can go in here. And yeah, we also, of course, Brandy needs to have it. Good. All right, and then next thing is to bring in the children. Yeah, so it's going to be these guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and summon them all. All right, so that was everyone. So all of the kids are also at school right now. And I'm just going to allow them to, just go around and greet each other. I think that it's a good opportunity for Elizabeth to also meet everyone. So she's just going to go around and greet the kids, and I'm going to allow the kids to also just sort of chat with each other. Andrea is going to go here. I think that she's going to force this interaction, so I'm going to force error. because I don't want her to get out of her work outfit. So I'm going to just have her sit up here for now. And I think that the kids should start to head up to the classroom. Yeah, and Elizabeth is also going to greet Jocasta. She's standing here in the corner by herself. And I'm going oldest to youngest because I only have 12 seats in here, so yeah. If there's anyone left afterwards, I can keep them downstairs with Elizabeth. So let's see. Yeah, so we have the 3 youngest are not going to fit in the classroom. So I actually think that, yeah, this is where the time age skip is actually. No, I think I'm going to fill up the classroom. So these guys can just head in here and play with blocks for now. All right, so the kids have sat down in the classroom and they're starting to chat to each other and the teacher. And yeah, Andrea is going to activate the epic and she's going to tell a story. And this is the opportunity pack by Sophie David and the storybook, I think. Let's just have all of them listen to story. All right, so the class is starting and Jocasta is sitting down here next to Laura, listening. Meanwhile, downstairs we have these guys playing around. And I think that Elizabeth can join little Mary as she sits with the dollhouse. Great, so they have all started to work, and it's about time that Brandy arrived. She's of course the chef, so I'm going to summon her. Great, and she also needs to have the correct work outfit. Level 6. That is prep cook. So right now I don't think that she has to start on the food at once. Right, so how many kids do we have really? 15, and yeah, we have 13 places to sit. But I think I can probably add in... that doesn't need to be there. Maybe like that and remove that as well. So I should be able to do this. Then add in one more chair at the corner. For this I should be able to put in a chair right there. Or maybe it's like this. Yeah, that should work, because then we have all the spots that we need. All right, so I could add in the meal serving size thingy, but the thing is that that would not give Brandy much to do with her workday, so I think I prefer to just keep it at 6 servings for now. So I'm going to... can I add a key for Brandy here? No, I can't. Okay. I'm just going to temporarily make it a women's store, just so that she can go in there and clean. So then she can freshen up the bathrooms. Okay, so it looks like Elizabeth finished with Mary there, but I guess we can read to Hal. No, to Mary. Read to Mary. Okay. For some reason she decided to make a muffin instead of listening to a story. All right. Just gonna put her here. Good. So now they can sit down and read a bit. Good. So Brandy has cleaned that bathroom, so I can switch back to the men's door instead. Right, so I think that's enough for now. She can clean that up and then serve. Let's go with the hamburgers. All right, so these guys have been having their lesson very, very diligently up here for about 2 hours now. So Andrea is going to stop the lesson. She's going to deactivate the epic. And then she's going to head into the teacher's office and work a little bit on an article. So yeah, let's go with charisma. And yeah, the kids are left to their own devices for now until lunch. So Jocasta isn't really friendly with anyone yet. She hasn't really met anyone that much, but she looks like she was starting to play with Laura, Cops and Robbers, but she wasn't really into that, so that's not really off to a good start. So I think for now Jocasta is heading down outside together with some of the other kids. Okay then, so this table is served. So we need to make another one. And the kids are starting to file in to eat, but I'm keeping them at bay for now, just so that we can actually make the other one. Okay, looks like all of them are coming on their own now, so I guess I'll just let the ones that are coming automatically sit down. Looks like we have Jocasta on the way here. So she's going to sit here. Yeah, I think they can start to eat now. So Jocasta is starting to chat a bit with Matthew. But they didn't have that good a relationship to start off, so they're not in the positive yet. All right, so yeah, Irene, you can take that one instead. So we have 1, 2, 3 more to do. So I guess I'll just add this mod to change it for the last ones. To only make 3. We can have some more of the kids eat, I think. Yeah, I think these guys can stop playing now. They'll also have to eat lunch soon. And Elizabeth, she can go in here and have lunch, TV dinner. So Jocasta is sitting down here with the other children, and so far it looks like it's going fairly well. She's met a few more of them. She is pretty outgoing as well, even though she's more serious, so and also extremely nice. So I think that she naturally gets along pretty well with her peers. Okay, Brandy. Why? Why did you do that? That's so unnecessary. So let's see if I can... Nope. okay, I guess I'll do that. And then this go here. And then these two last children will have to pick them up off the counter. Good. So then Brandy can go ahead and clean up a bit. Yeah, and these guys are doing pretty well. Talking about school, we have Laura and Luke, who has their first day, I think. No, their second day, I think. Yeah, it should be their first day. Yeah, of course, because I've already played them. It looks like it's their second day, but it's actually their first day. It's also, I think Mary has been here. Yeah, but it's Cecily's first day and Irina's first day as well. There we go. So now only Brandy and Andrea can go into the kitchen, so that's good. Andrea needs to have lunch, and Elizabeth is sitting here reading apparently. So she has had her lunch break, I think. So she can actually head down here because the kids are starting to finish up with their lunch, so she can go outside to be available for them and keep an eye on them as well. Good. So yeah, it looks like the toilets are pretty clean as well. That's good. So Brandy can go ahead and clean up some of the plates here. The kids are moving around. Most of them are going to the bathroom right now. So Jocasta has been using the bathroom, and yeah, now she, I think, heads into the playroom for now. Right, so is there anyone here she hasn't met yet? She hasn't met Nathan. So she can greet him. Chat a bit with him, I think. She has met his twin. Looks like she's again talking about space, and I suppose she might be chatting a bit about aliens and such, and of course it's very special with her mother and her history, that she's been in space for so many years. I think that might be something that Jocasta is bragging about a bit to impress him, and looks like it's working. That's nice. Right, so Brandy is in here. Can clean that up. And Andrea is also down here. Looks like it might be some kids that she hasn't met yet. So I'm going to go around with Andrea as well to make sure that she meets the kids. So it looks like Jocasta has stopped talking and just sat down to draw a little bit on the table here. I think that she's probably a creative mind. And yeah, she's also not really met her teacher. So Andrea is also introducing herself to her. And yeah, I think she's just going to talk a little bit to her. Looks like they're talking a little bit about Jocasta's interests, and looks like she's mentioning music. Music and art, that is, and of course that ties together with her activity at the activity table. But yeah, her hobby, I don't know her hobby yet, actually, so that might be something that she has to explore. And again with the space. Yeah, I guess she's talking again about her mother, and yeah, Andrea is yeah, not very interested in that. Looks like she's just sort of, yeah, that's a cool story, kid. Nice. Okay, so who else hasn't she met? Yeah, looks like quite a lot of them she's met anyway. She hasn't met Cecily. So Elizabeth is just out here still, and the kids aren't really outside, so I suppose she could go in there instead to actually be where the kids are. Okay, nice. So, yeah. Suppose Brandy is just finishing up in here. Oh, the kids really aren't getting along all that well, looks like. A lot of them have negative interactions right now. But I'm going to clear off Brandy, because I think that she has finished up what she needed to do today. And it's not really that long until the kids need to leave as well. So yeah, Jocasta is sitting here playing around with a... looks like it's an invisible boat. Yeah, she's really imaginative, I guess. Looks like she might be playing with Irene, actually, and Lydia. So that's nice. Yeah, so Jocasta met a lot of her peers today at school. And it's time for all of them to head out. So it's 3 p.m. and the school's out for the day. So I'm going to clear off all non-residents. And that only leaves Andrea and Irene. So since she's a part of the family, she's going to be here still. So I just have to delete her. And then Andrea can leave the lot and drive home. So the kids and Cassandra and Alexander are off to work and school, of course. Both Bella and Darren are left alone in the house. So Darren has been painting on the start of the day, and Bella is currently sitting here just watching some movie, just not thinking about anything. And Darren is going to sit down and join her. Nemesis is also joining, watching the movie. Darren is starting to... so for some reason they don't chat with each other when they sit like this. So yeah, I'm gonna have Bella change seats. Yeah. So now they're starting to talk with each other. And yeah. Bella is pretty difficult to talk to generally. And Darren has had a little bit of a hard time to connect with her. But it looks like he's breaching the topic of aliens. And yeah, something really heartbreaking just happened. So the one, not person, but the one thing that has been keeping Bella together for a long time now, that she has been not getting any care, like mentally. Her cat has been really, really essential to her, to stabilize her and to connect her to real life. Unfortunately, Nemesis has been getting up in the years, and this has been the last day in his life. The Grim Reaper has arrived to bring Nemesis with him, and all of the emotional support that Nemesis has been providing to Bella is now going to be gone. Nemesis has also been a pretty essential part of Jocasta's life. He has often been sleeping on her... don't know why you are here. Go away. Yeah, he's been sleeping on the foot end of her bed a lot, and just been like with her quite a lot. Even if they're not super close, he's been a really big support in her life and someone to connect to in the family. But yeah, unfortunately now this is the last day in Nemesis' life, and yeah, he's going to head to the afterlife. Yeah, of course, Bella is heartbroken by this. And she's going to mourn the grave, mourn the loss of her pet. And she's having a bit of a breakdown. She's not able to handle this well. So I think that she's going to run upstairs and just, lie in bed and just stare up in the ceiling. And Darren, of course, is left with the remains of the cat and is going to move it to the graveyard. So Nemesis' spirit is sent to the cemetery, and that is where he will be found from this point on. Yeah, so that's quite the situation. Darren was trying to connect more with Bella, and then, of course, something even more heartbreaking happens, and she's falling apart. So he doesn't really know what to do with himself, so he just sits down and distracts himself with a movie, looks like. Yeah, so he's having a lot on his mind right now. And the only one he's really close to and can talk to about these kinds of things is his best friend Brandon. So I think that he's going to give Brandon a call. And Brandon has of course been a little bit intimate with Bella lately, and he's also been a bit scorned by her when she turned out to be intimate with Daniel Pleasant as well recently at the Tellerman party, and he's not very happy with Bella right now, but of course he's an emotional support for Darren. He has been the local priest for many years, and he knows exactly what to say in these moments. So I guess that Darren just is a little bit strengthened by all that, and he's going to head up to the bedroom and just relax on the bed with Bella and talk a bit to her, try to connect a bit with her mind and see if she can be aware of what just happened and what the implications are. Yeah, so it looks like Bella is defaulting to the topic of romance. It's almost as if she's already forgotten what just happened. She's talking about heading out on dates and dressing up. Hecuba has a chance card. A classmate brought in a radio-controlled car for show and tell, and Hecuba wants to get a closer look at it. Should she ask now, during show and tell, to see it more closely, or wait until recess to ask? I think she would be a bit shy about this, so she would ask later. Hecuba waits until recess, then begins a conversation with her classmate and asks to play with the car. The two have a great time, so Hecuba invites her classmate over. Okay, so I guess she'll have a friend over later. Yeah, so Darren is trying his best to support Bella, connect a bit with her like this, but not all of their conversations are successful really. Looks like he started to talk about health. But then, of course, Bella moves over to the topic of woohoo, of course. And she's just... that's exactly what's on her mind all the time. And Darren is a little bit... he doesn't really know what to say to her. So I think that he considers that he's tried his best. He's going to leave her be for now. And, do something else with his time. So there are, of course, a lot of pet stuff around right now, and I think that the shock of what happened has to settle a bit before they even consider removing it or what to do with it. Hi, Doggo. You're not supposed to be allowed here. It's allowed household only. How about this? Yeah, this is also supposed to be... allow household only. I don't know how that dog got in here, but okay. She's out now anyway. Alright, so the teenagers are returning from school. It looks like this is the friend, Nicole Thompson, that Hecuba looked at the radio car, and it's one of the employees at one of the stores in town, I suppose. So I think that Darren is just going to go downstairs and start painting something else. And yeah, I think that Hecuba can just say goodbye to Nicole. She doesn't need to be here. Hector is feeling a bit bored after school, and his hobby is tinkering. He doesn't really have any close friends, but it looks like he wants to befriend Laurent. So I think that he's going to give Laurent a call. Yeah, and Hector was pretty close with Nemesis as well, so of course he wants to resurrect him. He wants to win a Scholar's Grant, so that is, yeah, high grades, and I think he has that. Yeah, so Hecuba is saying goodbye to her friend. Right, so in Hecuba's life, things have been a bit chaotic with her parents, because she has been going out with Dismas, who is Don's son, and that has not been going well once Cassandra and Darren found out about it. So she has pretty complicated feelings right now about the whole situation, and she's not sure what to do. She loves her parents a lot, and yeah, she could definitely do with some advice. Now, she's not very close with anyone besides Dismas and his sister Daphne, except for Nassim, actually. They are old friends, and they actually only fell out because Nassim was having a crush on Hecuba, and then he saw her together with Dismas. But I think that that's really the only person that Hecuba has right now that she can talk to. So I think that she's going to head up to her room as well and give him a call. Just to sort things out in her mind and sort of decide how she wants to handle things, because this is more than she can deal with on her own. Yeah, so they're starting to chat, and at first it's just a casual conversation about school, looks like. I suppose, seeing as they haven't really been that close lately, they have a lot to catch up on. But yeah, eventually Hecuba breaches the topic of her parents and what with their reactions to her relationship with Dismas. And I think that Nassim is pretty surprised that she reaches out to him to talk about this, but yeah, in his mind, family is pretty important, and he's not having a very good relationship with his stepdad right now. He's reconnecting actually with his real dad. I think that in Nassim's eyes, she should give her parents a chance to explain themselves and give her their side of things. And Hecuba is a bit annoyed with him, I think, for taking that position at first, but she sees where he's coming from, and I mean, Hecuba is also a pretty careful person, pretty family oriented in a way, and I think she's really feeling left out, and like she doesn't really know what to do with herself when she's having a bad relationship with her parents. She wants to be the good daughter, the good someone that they can be proud of, and she isn't right now, and she doesn't really know how to handle that. So I think that she, in the end, she agrees with Nassim that she has to try again and talk to them. Looks like Jocasta was horsing around with some classmates and effortlessly tossed a chair across the classroom. So, yeah, the football coach notices the display of skill and promptly gives Jocasta a spot on the team. So she got some money for that, but yeah, she's not in the football club. She's actually in the ballet club. So, yeah, but she was a bit athletic, I suppose, and she did well. So she got some appreciation somehow. Yeah, Bella is still just mindlessly lying in bed, just thinking. Darren is just working on his painting, just keeping his mind occupied with his interests. Yeah, looks like Hecuba has hung up with Nassim, so I think she's just going to do her homework and then Also, Hector is done, and he also needs some fun. So I think he's going to head outside and play around with his helicopter toy. All right, so we have both Alexander and Cassandra returning from work. I ended up squeezing in another car for Alexander here in the corner. Okay, so looks like Jocasta did really well at school. So she's running up to her mother to announce that she did really well in school. And Bella gets up out of the bed and she looks really excited actually. She looks like she has regained some consciousness of what's going on. But the question is, what is she excited about? Is she excited just because Jocasta showed that emotion, or does she actually understand what's going on? So I think that Bella is going to wander around a bit on her own, do her own stuff, and Jocasta is feeling really proud of herself. So she's a bit bored now, so she has a little time left before she needs to head to the ballet club. So I think that she might play some computer games. Right, so Hecuba has finished up with her homework. So she's going to head downstairs to her parents. And she's going to have a little chat with her mother. So we're at Studio Caliente, and Nina has just arrived to give her lesson to the children. Right now we have the visitor controller set to allow only certain hobbies. So I'm also going to restrict age now. And all ages. Just so that we don't have any visitors while we have the club activities going on. And yeah, Nina is going to head in there, and I need to summon the kids who are going to attend the ballet club. So we have Nico, Mary, Irene, Jocasta, Hallie, and Laura. So let's get those. Alright, so that's all of the kids. So I'm also going to go ahead and change all of them into their workout outfits. So there we have them, the little kids in their ballet outfits. Really cute. And we have Jocasta here as well. She's been dropped off by Darren to her dance class. So to start off, let's just turn on all the lights. And yeah, I'm gonna have them all greet each other. I think she knows all of them except for Laurent. Looks like the kids are trying to play with each other, but they're not really getting along that well when they do. Yes, she knows all of them good. So yeah, these guys are going to head into the practice room in here. I think, yeah, it's unlocked actually. So let's just have the kids warm up. Oh, he can actually do ballet exercises, so let's go with that for him. No, I think actually he has to also warm up, because the other person on the other side of the bar has to be able to join. And then Nina is going to do some ballet exercises on the side there. No, actually I think in this corner, because she can't really see the kids down there. Yeah, good. So these guys are going to have their ballet class. So it's late, and this is the time when Darren arrives back from Dirk's place, and Cassandra has just arrived with Jocasta in the car as well. So they're going to get out of the car, and yeah, Jocasta is pretty tired and feeling a bit dirty and hungry, and yeah, she's been away for a long time now. And Cassandra immediately goes up to Darren and starts arguing with him, like, wasn't you supposed to pick her up? But of course Darren argues that, but I told you that I was going to go see Dirk. Why didn't you pick Jocasta up from ballet? And they're really going at each other at this point. Cassandra is convinced that they had agreed that Darren would pick her up, but Darren on his side is remembering clearly that he told her that he was going to go see his son this evening. So they're having an argument outside while Jocasta is moving into the house, feeling a bit awkward, feeling like she's in the way, like she's causing these arguments. So she's freshening up on her own. She knows how to stay clean. And Cassandra apologizes to Darren and tells him that it was her bad. She must have missed him telling her that. And yeah, he says it's okay and asks how everything went and so on. So they are they're doing okay, but this was definitely a failure on Cassandra's part. So Darren is moving into the house, and yeah, Bella is upstairs stargazing, completely unaware of everything that's going on. And Alexander is sitting in his room studying, so he hasn't really noticed anything out of the ordinary either. So Darren is going to go upstairs instead to use this bathroom. And yeah, Jocasta is heading into the kitchen. She needs to dig out some leftovers from the fridge. Looks like Hector and Hecuba are in here talking. They're really, really close. So Jocasta is throwing food into her mouth and just contemplates everything that's been happening. She's still really, really curious about her father. She has a want to befriend him. Now she has also seen what he looks like, and he doesn't appear as scary or as monstrous as she had thought. She still wonders about him perhaps having fangs or being a vampire or something like that. But yeah, she has a completely different point of view now in mind. So she's still really, really curious about Dawn. Yeah, she's behaving well, doing everything as she should and as she has been taught, cleaning up after herself and doing everything not to get on Cassandra's bad side, basically. Yeah, and her siblings are getting along well, talking to each other, but they're not really paying much attention to Jocasta. So she's heading upstairs, feeling a bit sad about not having Nemesis around as well. In evenings like this, when it's late and she went to bed, she often had him in her room as well, curling up on the bed together with her. So that's not something that she will have anymore now. I think that Jocasta is going to miss that a lot. So she's going to sleep in her bed and is dreaming about what the future holds for her, and if she ever will meet her father and what will happen then, what kind of person he will turn out to be. We have Nina over here, furious with Cassandra. So she stole the newspaper. So Darren and Cassandra are curling up together in bed, having reconciled after their fight, and yeah, what with Cassandra apologizing and everything, I think Darren is pretty quick to forgive her. Nothing bad happened after all, and Jocasta was taken care of in the end. I think his head is more filled up with the evening he spent together with Dirk and his little family. And as everyone goes to bed, only Bella remains awake, staying up on the roof and stargazing away. And that was it for this episode with Jocasta. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and see you next time. Bye!